okay, so like these men, they don't always end up older and single by choice,
Okay.
right? Maybe they were difficult, problematic, women
Mm-hmm.
saw them that were in their age group, and then at a certain point, some, especially if you go through that red pill situation, then you get that red pill rage. You're like, forget women, I'll
Yes.
figure it out
Player for
later.
life, bro.
Hmm. Right. So then you get to you like walk into like 4 decades worth of trauma if he's even noticed it, because some guys don't even understand some of the things that they're going through. Right. That's like
Sure.
part of like a woman's emotional intelligence. I want to say, and I
Yeah.
know people don't think emotional intelligence is real. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying just like empathy. Like we
Yes, of
see it
course. Women
more.
are natural empaths.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. So they just show up, right, and who they are is pretty much who they're gonna be. If you need something to change with an older man, this is just my experience.
Okay.
You have to lay out a very logical argument. So you gotta like take your woman notebook, and every time something happens, you're like, okay, supporting argument, Article A, Article B, Article C, and you just wait. You wait until like things are calm and cool, and then you're like, waiting to bring this to your attention. According to this says that you're doing these things, and I would like for this to change. You just have to be like super logical, and it's hard.
It
It's
is?
hard for me to present that kind of an argument, especially if I'm insulted by the behavior that's been like a pattern. But you also have to be sure that you're not trying to tear a man down, because when women are disrespectful to men, it's
Oof.
basically saying I don't love you,
Yep. Yep.
right?
That's
Hmm.
exactly what it is. Wow. Very, very
There's
good answer.
well, I learned that from him. So there's this guy, Dr. Eggerichs. He talks about love and respect, that men need respect, women need love. But
Yes.
when a man wants to show a woman that he doesn't like her, doesn't love her, he withholds affection, right? So we're always looking for love.
Yeah.
Or like when he doesn't feel respected by her. When a woman wants a man to not feel loved by her, she will disrespect him. So you just
Yep.
end up on this cycle of back and forth where you disrespect him, he's not cuddling with you, and it goes on and on and on, and it's just problematic.
Yeah, it is a cycle.
Hmm.
That's for sure. So we as men, older men, we're definitely slow to change. And just like you said, it's I mean we're I mean I've been on the planet now almost 45 years. So there are certain things and habits that I have that are they're just not going to change. It's my
Hmm.
assertion, Ali. I think by the time a person, man or woman, absent something cataclysmic happening in their lives, once you hit 27, 28 years old, you are who you are. There are very few things in life um, you know, cataclysmic events notwithstanding.
You're right. It's psychologically supported. Your frontal lobe is mostly influenced by your early 20s. So
Oh
if your
wow,
early 20s are like with stress and strife, and you're always having to respond to emergency situations, yeah, you can end up a little bit chaotic past that age.
wow.
There's other things too, like women are prone to neuroses, anxiety, and depression. Those would be considered like some neuroses. But a lot of studies show that those things tend to go down as we age, right?
Okay.
And then we can see that men kind of struggle with aggression. I don't believe that, this is my understanding. Women and men both display equal amounts of aggression. We just have different styles of aggression. Women will
Right, right,
do
right, right,
more like
right.
subversive acts of aggression, whereas like men will
Yes.
be more physical.
Yes, yes. Wow, subversive. That's that next level diabolical type stuff. Dev in the chat,
Yes.
shout out to you. Says I love this chick. Very good. Yeah, Dev loves you a lot.
Thank you.
BK from the Rockies says, "Damn, she's appreciative of what her man does for her. God bless." I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible that
Hmm.
a woman who shows appreciation for what her man does for her financially or otherwise is looked at as is it's a rarity. It just doesn't happen that often, and we wonder why the
Hmm.
dating market is a shit show. I'm sorry, Lele Zero says, "I know I recognize her voice. She was on Fresh and Fit. Yeah, you were on Fresh and Fit at one
I
point.
did. Went on there like once or twice.
Okay,
Yeah.
how'd you do? What happened?
No, I think I did good. I am a shy lady, okay? Like it's not a joke.
You didn't
I'm
get Frank
actually
Castle?
feminine. I don't like this internet attention, but I wanted to
Right.
go out there to try to like I want to see if I can make a small business happen.
Okay.
So I went out there, but I'm really awkward on camera because you're surrounded by men that are definitely making over six figures, and you're getting like views on the internet, and that made me a little bit. I'm not the best interviewer, because somebody dropped a comment on our last live that we did together.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, that dynamic was a little off. I'm like, honey, like I'm socially awkward, like it's me.
What
um
dynamic was off? Like we're both talking.
No, I think it's just me learning how to be on the internet. But I had a positive experience over there. I know that there are some views in the manosphere about like the red pill content, things like that.
Of course.
They're businessmen. They're running a business.
Yes.
They
Yes.
run a show.
Yep.
I'll leave it at that. I felt respected when I went. In fact, I might have had a little bit too much to drink, and maybe
Uh-oh.
Chris was able to help me out and do a little rescue mission. Like my man was coordinating and all this other stuff. So
That's
they're not
awesome.
like the worst human beings out there. They're doing a business, okay?
Funny how that
So I
works,
like being
right?
on there.
Yeah, yeah. Funny,
Mhm.
funny how that works. So yeah, the internet would have everyone think that Myron
Mhm.
Gaines is the devil. Recently, just had Asian doll on there, disrespected him.
Mhm.
Myron didn't take too kindly to the disrespect. Never raised his voice, but the internet is saying, oh, he got aggressive with her.
Well, I saw him get physically assaulted, so I don't know.
Yes.
Differing
Oh,
views.
you were there
Differ-
for that when he kicked out the black chick and she stepped on his foot, right?
She sure did stop on his foot. Yes, she did.
Unbelievable.
Acted normal till the end. But I had a good
Unbelievable.
time on there. It talked a lot about basically I don't know, just chilling out as a woman. Being feminine is really just chilling out if you think
Yes.
about it. So
Yes.
that's what I
Yes.
expanded on there.
Good. Yeah. Chilling out is in femininity is to me it's being relaxed.
Mhm.
If you can be relaxed, that's when women are most certainly more receptive to masculinity. Okay, so we did a pro, a con.
Mhm.
Let's go back to the pro. What is another benefit to dating an older man as a younger woman?
Oh my gosh, the mentorship. Like I'm glad
Okay.
I don't have to pay for that. Well, maybe I do pay for it in other ways,
Sure.
like maybe I'm just a nice lady to have at home.
Right.
But it's free access, right? And
Yeah.
when they've been that successful, what they say is already proven.
Yeah.
I can believe what he tells me about reviewing products from his evidenced work ethic. I can
Wow.
believe what he tells me, and so I can take these lessons and I put them to use all the time. Or I can talk to him about anything. If I'm
Yep.
having an academic a spat with like a professor
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because we don't see eye to eye politically,
Oh
I can talk
boy.
to him like, how can I better handle this? And he just always gives me really good answers. He also gives me autonomy. He's like, look, you can have a logical response if you want. This is a good way to go about it. You can have an emotional response if you want. Those might be the consequences. You do what you're gonna do. But he
Ah.
also makes it a point as to give me space if I don't want feedback, because he
Sure.
does critique some of my creative stuff, and at the beginning it was really hard for me to take because he was being very honest with me. And so there he would come up to me after a while of me just ending up in tears over nothing. He's like, look, like, do you want my feedback or you just want me to watch? I'm like, I just want you to watch.
I like the doughy eyes at the end. All right, cool, very good. Yeah, a lot of men
Mhm.
don't realize that when a woman's talking about a problem, and we as men, we are fixers. If we hear or see a
Mhm.
problem, we want to solve it. A lot of times, a woman just needs to talk about it. She doesn't need solutions. She doesn't want answers. She just needs to get it out. And once she gets it
Oh,
out, she already feels better about it.
we should like take this moment to tell the women, just so you know, half the time he's listening to you, he's not enjoying it. He's not having a good time, but he's
Yes,
doing it because he loves you.
that's right.
Okay?
That's right. Oh my
Them road
God.
trips, like don't ever ask your man how he's really feeling because he will tell you.
Yes, dude. Yes, we will. Yeah. Listen, Dev's a woman, and there are a lot of times where she's running off at the mouth, and I'm just like, oh my God. But she plays her role, and she has earned the right to have my ear. So whether or not I think this is boring or
Mhm.
unimportant, this is part of the gig. So long as listen, she upholds her end of the bargain, I'm going to uphold in my end of the bargain. And just like you said, because I listen to her drivel, and I never say, "Oh my God, what you're saying." No, you can't do that. You have to
Right.
sometimes you have to sort of act like you might be interested, because again, there are times when I'm running off at the mouth, which is most of the time, where she pretends to be interested. So it's a give and take. It's definitely give and take.
Right. I
Uh,
think I just wanted to address the female delusion that men like hanging out with us.
oh
Like
my
they
God.
do to a degree. Like my man is always playing this Patrice O'Neill this little clip where he's like, "Isn't that better? Isn't that better? Why
Yes.
you watching sports all here all alone?"
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes men want to be near us, but not right next to us, right?
Right.
So I
Right.
mean, and it's not to say that he doesn't enjoy your company. I just want to get the point across to women that it is something to consider. That no, like there's a reason why your man doesn't watch football with you, doesn't play spades with you. right? So like don't treat him like your girlfriend.
There you go.
Give him let him be your man.
There you go.